Good morning, Coffee Club. Good morning. How is everyone doing this morning? I have to tell you, I'm tired. I was up with Marissa until late last night. Good morning, Scotland. Good morning, all. I see you guys all in here. Good morning. On time. I know, right? And I didn't go to bed until late. And I woke up and I saw the time. I'm like, oh no, I want to go back to bed. But then I got to get up. I got to make the cover, the cover photo for this. And I got to brew the coffee. Everybody go get your coffee. I'm not even going to comment. I'm not feeding into the drama. I really am not. Look, guys, it is no secret that Laura and I have not gotten along ever. I've never subscribed to her channel, but I don't have to be friends with her. If Marissa wants to be friends with her, that's Marissa's business. That is Marissa's business. I don't have to be friends with her. It has nothing to do with me, right? I'm my own person. And quite frankly, I can't stand the sound of the woman's voice. I don't know what she does. I think it's the problem. I really don't. I don't know what she does. Outside of making candles, I don't know what benefit she provides. She doesn't provide me any benefit. I mean, everything I do, she tries to criticize. However, we're the only ones being proactive out there while she sits on her chair. So, who Marissa is friends with is her business. Just because Marissa's friends with her, it doesn't mean I have to be friends with her. It's not like Laura and I have been, buddy. I've never talked to the woman. I've talked to her like 3 times, and it's all been on Marissa's show. So, I mean, I could care less, literally could care less. And I could care less whether she makes shows about me or talks about me behind my back. She would never be close enough to me to ever stab me in the back. I can tell you that. I would never allow that. I see what she did to Marissa. If Marissa wants to, be the bigger woman and not cause her subs problems, I have to respect Marissa for that. But it's no state secret. Laura and I are not friends. We've been on panels together. So what Marissa does is her business. It has nothing to do with me. So, I tried to, be the bigger woman for the sake of Marissa. And then I just thought about it and I'm like, you know what? Marissa being friends with her, that's Marissa's problem. That's Marissa. She can do whatever she wants to do. It doesn't mean I have to do, I don't have to do that. I was going to try, but I just can't do it. I can't do it. Every time I turn around and I see all this chaos going on, and I go back and I look at the titles of these videos, and the fact, I'm glad she finally picked up the phone and called Marissa. It would have been nice for her to do that before she went to YouTube. To me, that shows low character. You guys know I'm about character and integrity and class. And, I don't mind getting down in the gutter when it's need be, but I try to stay out of the drama. But when you start tanking interviews and start hijacking trips, you're done. You're done to me. There's no high road for me. There's no high road for me. So Betty Bullhorn Betty, Blowhorn Betty, BJ Betty just is not taking the high road anymore. Not with this situation. I'm not going to sit here and talk about other creators, but I don't have to like them. I don't have to like them. Good morning. Good morning, Coffee Club. I'm just filling the space with air right now, so you guys can all go grab your coffee. Wake up. Go get your coffee. Go use the bathroom. Come back here. Let's see what we can get done today. Good morning, Scotland. Good morning. Good morning, Coffee Club members. No sleep here. Tinkerbell, I believe you. Are you kidding me? Look at these eyes. This is like, I got some sleep. I have to admit, when I do fall asleep, I sleep well. I do. Do you sleep at night? Do you sleep good at night? Yes, I do. I sleep just fine. I sleep just fine. Problem is that, when you're up on lives until midnight and you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, that's a different story. That's an entirely different story. Oops. We have the weirdest weather right now. Oh, so anyway, you know what? It's funny that you say that. So I called Olivia. I love Olivia. I like to check on her. I know she was traveling from North Carolina back to Florida. She I love Olivia. I do. And it's so cute. I know she's going absolutely nuts, not having good internet, not being able to broadcast, not be able to do this, not be able to do that. I know it's driving her up a freaking wall. She must have no nails. She must have no nails and barely any hair by coming back here, because I know how fanatic she is about the internet being on, being able to do her lives. And she was just having technical issue. Even when I was on the phone with her, it was going in and out, the robotic and stuff. It just sucked in North Carolina for her, related to, the internet and the World Wide Web, the connectivity to the world. I think things happen for a reason. Maybe God said, you need a break, Olivia. I'm taking your internet away. Why do I do that? I hate when I do that. Come on. Might as well read this since I accidentally hit it and put it up on the screen, right? I don't think you're being rude. It's just a cover page and a title to get people's attention. We talk about, if you come to my coffee club, we talk about missing people. We talk about tidbits of drama. We talk about this. We talk about that. We talk about a bunch of stuff. It's wherever the conversation goes. When we're on here, the panel is pretty much, we have a conversation with the people that are over here in the chat room, So I don't think it's rude, but clearly you don't know my channel very well. It doesn't really matter, Rhonda. Really, it doesn't matter. I mean, we're going to be in front of TBI. We're going to have a freaking whole entire law enforcement inside. I'm not worried. I'm truly not worried. Like, bring it on in front of TBI. Like, seriously. I would love Kitty to act the way, the foolishness that he was acting up there, looking like Billy Badass, or thinking he's Billy Badass, and he ended up being called Kitty, and Kitty is stuck because of that whole entire mess he started over there on top of that mountain. You know why? Because everybody heard him the night before saying, if he sees us, he's gonna just whip our asses. All right, well, here we are. Whip away. You look shook. Nobody's shaking. We're standing right here waiting for you to kick our ass. As he's holding his pants up. Give me a break. He's a pussy. He's a pussy that likes to intimidate women. You don't intimidate me, Kitty. You don't intimidate me. The hell? What the hell? Insanity. Insanity. Latte. Hey, that works. Just send me one. That's all I ask. I got Dunkin' Donuts with equal. I'll take a latte. I'm with you. I'll wait. How long do you think it'll take to get from Scotland? You can't use me. People can't use me. What do you mean I'm being used? You're disposable. Do you actually think this is getting in my head and it's going to do something? What do you mean I'm being used? and I'm disposable. Hmm? There's only one person I follow. And people that come to my chat know exactly who that is. Just one person. You know, that guy, that person, that thing, that higher power, that higher being puts people in my life when they need to be in my life and removes them as they need to be removed. It's called faith. Nobody can use me. Nobody. What? Guys, we went through this yesterday. This idea, okay? This idea that the work I do is hinged upon somebody else is ludicrous. I've been doing this work for a long. Jonathan's been doing this work for years. He's been going to these stories. He's been following missing people. Years. This didn't just come up yesterday or 30 days ago. The only difference is we moved platforms. And YouTube is having a freaking heart attack. YouTubers. YouTube loves us. YouTubers, on the other hand, we're making them accountable. You know, some people, some of the YouTubers don't mind just being commentators, but they don't have that false advertisement. You know what I'm saying? Their people know they're commentating. That's what they love about them. You know, I'm not a commentator. I come on here, I speak, but I go out in the field. I work. Everybody loves Olivia, salsa shaker. Everybody loves Olivia. Actually, I shouldn't say that. You know, there are some haters out there. But you know what my problem is? I can't figure out why. Well, like, what the hell do you have? You must be a real scumbag. A real scumbag to talk crap about Olivia of all people. Just a scumbag. If you got a problem with Olivia, you need to go have your head checked. Like, seriously. I understand why people have problems with me. I'm an acquired taste. Like, I'm an acquired taste. But Olivia, she's like the sweetest person I have ever met in my freaking life. Mess with her. She's got team members that love her. Mess with her. I double dog dare you to mess with Olivia. Double dog dare you. Like that. When it comes to our girl, man, fuck around if you want to. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know how I do it. I wash my face and brush my teeth and I grab my coffee. I pull my hair back. That's the only. I don't want my hair being all. I don't want you guys seeing me in my bed head. I'm flattered. I don't know how. Flattered. Do you really think we're stupid? Do you? Sorry, guys. I need to start taking an allergy pill or something. Like, it's driving me nuts. My nose is starting to drive me nuts. Every day, it's driving me nuts. Oh, well. You guys get to watch me blow my nose. I see I'm a human being. You think this is script drama? Really? And we have a lot to learn? Oh my God. Seriously? It's too early. Go back to bed. Like, seriously, go back to bed. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. That's okay, Ronnie. All-nighter will be fine. I didn't get to see it, so if All-nighter wants to repost so I can see it. That's fine. Jiffy Justice. You and me both. I haven't even gone to the doctor. Oh, this is insanity. What we are watching unfold is nothing next to insanity. These people are freaking crazy. Crazy. It's just like that Jersey Bloom that's trying to say, "Oh, if you think it's scripted, you've got a lot to learn." Girl, boy, I don't know what you are. You don't have a lot to learn. What? You actually think I don't know what the heck is going? Seriously, I got two working eyes. I got one functioning ear. We won't say I have two because I'm deaf as a doornail in one. Like people that know me, it's so weird because you wouldn't believe that only having one ear, you really can't hear things. So when people are on this side of me and I have noise on this side of me, I can't hear you. And people get frustrated with me. We were coming back from Tennessee, driving back from Tennessee. Cars acting all up. Remember, I was running back. Cars acting all fucked up. Excuse my language. All messed up. Jonathan, we're going through Perry, Georgia. He's trying to point out Perry, Georgia, and he's talking like this. I'm like, what? He said, dude, I can't hear you. Got the noise over here. What did you say? He's like, oh, no, never mind. Dude, that's going to frustrate the piss out of me. Like, if I'm deaf. If you got something to say, freaking say it. Oh, no, that's okay. Please just tell me what you said. I was just pointing out that it's Perry, Georgia. Oh, okay. Well, you got to speak up. Okay? You got to speak up. Yeah, he's not getting in my head. I think the guy is a complete lunatic and he needs to be in jail. We're fighting for justice for Summer Wells, and he thinks it's okay to hang out with the people that may have committed crimes against that child. Actually, I know for a fact crimes were committed against them. I know for a fact in my heart that they are responsible for her disappearance. My problem was it negligent? Was it negligent homicide? Or was it murder? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Because people are like, oh, but she probably just drowned it and the mom didn't do anything. She just didn't get her to the hospital. What? Why would her mother not take her to the hospital? What were they going to find on that baby? Either way, they're responsible. I'm so sick of this. Oh, but they didn't. No, they did. The child was abused in more ways than one. Candace is a disgusting, despicable woman that has had every freaking child of hers taken away by CPS. Not how many other people on my panel have had every single one of their children taken away? Quit making them the victim. They're not the freaking victim. They deserve to be in jail. And that's what I'm fighting for. And if you don't want to be on here fighting with it, get out. Get out. You don't belong here. This is not the channel for you. It just isn't. I don't have to play nice with you. Get out. Anybody here that does not want to fight for the victims, get the hell out. You want to cause distractions? Go. I'm playing with you. And we're definitely not Candace and Donald Wells sympathizers up in here. People that are make me sick. Make me sick. Don't tell me you're a godly person and you're buying booze for Don Wells and Candace Wells. You're disgusting. God don't like ugly. I could give two fucks. Excuse my language. I'm gonna roll with the F word, aren't I? Let me back up. I could care less. She didn't apologize to me. She didn't apologize to me, and she said shitty crap about me, and I have not done anything wrong to her except I was absolutely surprised she pulled the crap. Okay? I could care less whether she's my friend. I could care less. I don't wish her any harm. But now that I see you, I see you. You can't unsee something like that. You can't unsee something like that. And trust me, if I know anything about Marissa, she'll be okay. But she knows you now. She'll never let you get that close. She got you. Marissa ain't stupid, folks. Marissa ain't stupid. She really isn't. She really isn't. Oh, here we go. I told you I'm having allergy issues. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Let's see what we got going here. I'm your biggest fan too. I love all you guys. You guys make my day. Like I literally get up to see you guys and hear from you guys. Listen, if you know anything about my channel, you don't come in here and bash my team. We have a great team. I don't care what your thoughts are. We don't need Marissa to survive, okay? We brought her into our world, not the other way around. Okay? So you could probably be going over to her channel and saying she's disposable to us. She's not. She's our friend. She is our coworker. She is our teammate. And if anybody knows anything Jersey Boom, maybe you need to learn this. You don't come into this channel and talk crap about our team and our team members. If you don't like our team members, oh well. You're not coming in here. Not one person's going to come up in this chat and destroy our team. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. We work well together. So I'm not sure why you're so butthurt about it. Sounds to me like you might have been one of those people that might have been disposable to her. Who are you really? Who are you hiding? You know, are you hiding behind Jersey Boom? Is that you, Angela? Why are you so butthurt? Who is Jersey Boom? Who are you really? Makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. It's so funny that everybody thinks that that Marissa uses us and we use Marissa. It blows my mind that people just can't get it. It literally blows my mind. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Like I'm an adult person that has lived a life of horrific things. I've done horrific things. But horrific things have been done to me. I have lived life. I am street smart as well as book smart. I am street smart as well as book smart, but somehow I'm so dumb. Oh my God. Guys, I'm a few minutes behind. Oh shit, I'm 15 minutes behind. Let me get down here. Let me start going. Guys, I'm gonna have to skip some of your comments. I'm so sorry. I'm This is just insanity. Like I'm not equipped to be smart enough to realize when I'm being played and when I'm not. And it is so funny. It is so funny. What is your problem? All right, Jersey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to time you out for 5 minutes. And that's just being nice. And that's only because I'm feeling good this morning. Okay? I really am. I'm going to time you out. And I'll let you come back. But you can't bring up this crap again. Quit talking about my team members. You have no clue what you're talking about. None. And if you know anything about me, I fight for my friends and I will go to the mattress for my teammates. We work hard together. I don't care if you understand it. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if you have respect for it. I don't care. It's not your life. And I don't see why you're so concerned about mine. Okay? So you're getting timed out. I hope it changes your attitude. I don't know who you are, but I have a funny feeling I do. All right, let's get down. Let's keep going, shall we? I'm about to skip some of you guys' comment. I apologize. I know somebody had a super chat. I need to get to that. If I can find it. Holy crap. You guys have just been chatting away. Holy crap. I'm missing a lot. I'm sorry, guys. I'm missing a lot of your conversations, but I always do because I'm so horrible at this stupid chat. I'm so happy, so horrible at this stupid chat, right? Anybody that knows me knows I'm AF. Good morning, everybody coming in. Wow. There was one before here. There was a shit. All right, let me just keep going. There was one before here. I will get to you. I promise. It was. Damn it! I hate when I miss these things. I really do. I hate when I miss them. Yeah. We put her in timeout. Okay. Oh, thank you. Listen, I can tell you that drugs were used with those children, without a doubt. I absolutely believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. I believe that wholeheartedly. Guys, let me find. I'm missing somebody. I'm missing somebody, and I don't know where they went. So give me just a second. I hope they didn't just change because the 20 went away. Oh man, did I just screw that up? Listen, whoever put that $20 for the super chat, can you retype your chat in right now and just say, you don't have to redo super chat. Just say type in super chat and put like the colons and then write what you wrote there, because I think it took it off. I can't find you in here, and I saw that it was $20, and I do not want anyone feeling that I ignored them. I was just in my own little world. Oh, that found it. Never mind. You don't have to do it, Pamela. Found you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You're a blessing. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you. Sorry, I get caught up in talking and trying to follow the comments and everything. You know, it gets a little difficult. So thank you so much for all your support. We love anybody that knows us. We love the people that come in here. Well, most of you. the coffee club members. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, they can follicle test the boys, but the boys, you know, again, have shaved heads. You know, it makes us wonder why, you know, I always see, when I see a little girl getting their head shaved, it first of all, it breaks my heart. It absolutely breaks my heart. But usually it's because they had lice or some kind of bug problem, you know? I mean, that's been the thing. And then somebody said punishment. And I thought, maybe she wanted to be like her brothers. Maybe it's because her mom treated her like crap because she was a girl and she really wanted to be a boy. Did anybody think about that? We all know Candace did not want girls. You know, many women wouldn't want anything less but having a beautiful baby girl. You know, and they don't even care whether it's a girl or a boy. They just want their baby, and they want their baby to be healthy and have 5 fingers and 5 toes, and you know, that's what normal people care about. Not this woman. Not this woman. It's just sad. Yeah. People have lost all respect for human life. I shouldn't say all. That's painting a broad brush. There's people like us that care. There's good humanity still out there in the world. But evil just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It's just. Who's Emma? See, I don't know a bunch of YouTubers. You know, I really don't. I keep my circle small. You know, I really only go on my team members' lives. I really don't get all into other people's crap. You know, you guys all send me the stuff that I need to watch. I don't need to go out there and be involved with somebody else's channel. I got enough stuff to do. I got enough stuff to do. Dudley decided to go whore around with all these other channels when I was the first one to approach him to speak on the record. And because of Laura's big mouth telling him how despicable he is and how unwanted he was, he canceled with me and went with somebody else. Oh my God, but I'm allowed to have my opinion. You sure are. Why don't you have a respectable opinion? Why don't you quit acting like your shit don't stink? Why don't you do that for a change? You know, every time I ever hear or listen to her, she is dogging the work that our team is doing. Then why are you on Marissa's panel every other freaking day? Why? If you have no respect for the work we're doing, which is working, by the way, for the lazy people that keep saying that it's not going to work, of course it's not going to work for you because you don't even get off your ass to do a freaking thing. You'd rather go suck dick to get an interview with somebody that could potentially have harmed their own child than you are for being a good friend and not backstabbing your own freaking friend. You're not my friend. You didn't backstab me. I got you. But don't be calling Marissa and asking her, can you settle things with Betty? No, she didn't have that kind of control over me. When I'm on her channel, I'll be respectful to you. When I'm on my own channel, screw you. Screw you. I don't like people like you. Go sell your candles somewhere else. Sorry, guys. I see her. Actually, I knew her as soon as she started talking about the first interaction I had with the woman. She was telling me how, they're innocent until proven guilty. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm not the court of law. What? I go out there and investigate and make a determination upon the information I'm provided. I'm not the judge or jury. I'm handing over the information to convict these people. What have you done? Tell me, Laura. What have you done to help Summer Wells? What? What have you done? You can talk shit about me all day long. At least I'm off my butt. At least I'm actually out there. At least I'm doing something. It's not about getting that interview with me. I've already had 3 interviews with Don Wells. Kick rocks. Emma? I don't know where you are. I'm going to try to find you. And yes, all you shit stirrers can go and tell her I was on my channel talking shit. I don't care. I don't care. She did 2 freaking lives about me while I'm talking about Summer. I could care less. Literally care less. You want to throw me under the bus and run over me a few times and then tell me I can't say nothing about it? I don't think so. I don't freaking think so. Thank you. Emma, if you want to chat or you want to come up here, if you're here, I'm happy to speak to you. I don't know. Well, here, I'll drop you the link, Emma. I'll drop you the link. And actually, Crime Stories Obsessed, actually, it's kind of funny. That is one that I watch. I didn't know who you were. I'm sorry. Emma, come up. Good. I love having you here. You're sweet. You're sweet. Let me go up here and see what Emma was just writing. I have emailed her hundreds of photos and info on the case. She took it all. I've supported from the beginning, and then I'm bashed over my channel. Oh, I remember that. I was there. But she did apologize. She thought you were part of the Evil Exist. And quite frankly, I saw what Evil Exist did, and I don't think I don't think they did anything wrong because they were just having a communication with the Facebook. But it was stepping on toes a little bit. Like you don't I learned a valuable lesson. I'm not used to this backstabbing stuff. Real people don't have to do that. They grow their channel organically and do it the right way. You don't need the backstabbing and all this nonsense. You just don't need it. Okay, here's Emma. Hold on. Hey, good morning, dear.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Hello.
Oh, I love your voice.
Oh, thank you. Um, so did you get all the emails I sent you with all the photos and the info?
To be honest with you, I'm so backed up on my email. I got to show everybody this. Like, it is ridiculous. I'm trying to get to them, but I tell you, I'm so horrible. I am so horrible. I'm sure I've got them in here, but I mean, I
Um,
got 300. Let me just share my screen. I just want to show everybody this. It's getting bad. It's almost. I need an assistant to go through them. I seriously do. And actually, I probably shouldn't show it because then people will steal. I'm going to accidentally dox people. But I've literally got 372 emails right now that I need to go through.
oh my God, I don't know how you do it.
It is insanity, but I'm sure. Well, let me look for you. And now, is it under Crime Stories Obsessed, or should I look under Emma? Should I search for Emma?
Crime Stories Obsessed, I think.
Okay, let me just stick that in the search box. Let me see what I got.
Or Emma, probably either. I've got
Oh, there
two.
it is. Okay, yeah. I found you.
So I sent you
Yes,
loads
I've got them. I've got them. You've been sending me stuff for. Yes, I have been receiving them. I on yours. I have not opened three emails for you. I just got to go back and look at 3 more emails for you.
Yeah, no, it gets busy. Excuse me, it does get busy, doesn't it, in the email section?
Yes.
But I sent you loads of like screenshots of text messages between all the different people involved.
Yeah, and I think I've distributed some of those to the team. Thank you.
Yeah, because I thought they'd help with the case that you were putting together.
Yeah.
The reason why I've come up is because I think there was a bit of a misunderstanding the other day.
There was.
Yeah, and I was so upset because I'm not one of these. I don't do the drama. You know me.
Right.
I'm not into that. I don't do any drama streams or bullying. I'm not friends with many people on YouTube. I keep my circle small, like you do.
Yeah.
And I was just upset because I
keeps
came
us
on.
safe. It keeps us safe.
It does. It does. And I've supported you and Marissa from the beginning, and I was just watching Marissa's channel, and there was just a lot of my name getting screamed everywhere, and I was like, "Oh my God, what have I done? What have I done?"
Yeah, she got you mixed up. And it was Evils Exist, and I think she was just doing some damage control. Yeah, and I apologize about that. But people started screaming in the chat that it wasn't Emma, and she's like, "Oh, Emma wasn't a part of this," but a little too late. Once you can't undo what you just did. But yeah, but I do know it was not you. I do know that.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you anyway. I just wanted to tell you that, because I felt upset because I'd sent so many emails, sat there ages, sending you all these photos and trying to be supportive, and
yeah,
I even tried to send some super chats, but because I'm in England, it keeps saying the currency. I've got to change the difference on the currency.
Yeah, it sucks. I know. I used to actually be, with in real estate. I actually still possess a real estate license, still have a active real estate license. And, we have a lot of people being in Florida that come from around the country. So I'm used to, currency conversion and stuff like that. But it's a pain in the ass, I got to tell you. That's okay. You're good. You support us.
I wonder if you could speak to her, because when all that was going on, she grabbed her phone and blocked me. And I was like, oh my God, what have I done? Like, I've done nothing. And
I think she did that, and then people told her that it wasn't you, and I remember her acknowledging it and her saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Emma." I remember her saying that. I remember that whole conversation, and I think she had already blocked you, and she forgot, because she does things, and people don't realize she's got a brain tumor, and I think she just forgets, and I think she forgot to unblock you when she realized it wasn't you. But I'll remind her to unblock you and let her know that you weren't part of Evil Exists, and you're a completely different channel, and I'll let her know that. I'll absolutely do that.
What did you think to that? Did you watch the interview with that Dudley guy then?
I have not. Many people, many people know. I mean, I'm sure I will, because I'm pretty sure part of that 370 some odd emails in my in my email. I'm pretty sure somebody, because everybody sends me stuff. That's why I don't, people were like, did you see this channel? No, I don't see that, because our group here, if I need to see something, they email it to me.
Yeah.
So I'll watch it if it's in the email. If it's not in the email, I won't watch it. So I'm pretty sure people have the link to Dudley's interview, and I will definitely take a look at it as I get through these emails. But during the day, it's so difficult because I'm on here for a few hours, then I got to do research, and then we're packing. I'm like literally leaving in 3 days to go back to Tennessee to freeze my ass off and work my butt off. And
oh my God,
it's going to be insane. But JLR is going to be live streaming us at TBI. He's going to be live streaming us at TBI. So I want everybody that hasn't, I see you. I know you're so well organized. If you can throw the new channel up for Jonathan Lee Rich's, the one that he's going to be going live from, please do so for everybody, because I've got almost 450 people in this chat right now. And I need everybody, if you want to watch what we do at TBI, you're going to need to follow Jonathan Lee Rich's new account, where he's going to be going live from. So please, please, please do that. 26 degrees in Arkansas. Oh my God.
that sounds so cold.
Yeah. But no, we did realize after she had already thought you were part of crimes, or that whatever exists. She did acknowledge that it wasn't you. So I knew it wasn't you. And I'm thankful that you came on. I really am. What do you think? Okay, here it is. Here's the new link, guys. Go up to CICU or cut and paste this. This is Jonathan Lee Rich's new account. He's going to be streaming live at TBI. So I've got to work. Today I also have to work on trying to pull a permit in 3 days to do that. So I can get, because I wanted the have media coverage out there, and I wanted to do a little like notification in the media that we were going to be out there. And one of the guys that we work with out there said, I could run it if you had a permit. And I'm like, a permit to protest? I've never in my life heard that you need a permit to protest. Well, they could say that you're blocking the side. It's public sidewalks. It's owned by the taxpayer. Like, when do you need a permit to exercise your First Amendment right? That is the stupidest thing I have ever heard.
Oh my God.
And you know what? I don't think it would pass mustard. I really don't. I don't know if they can hinder a constitutional right of the people because of a permit issue. I think that they would have some, and we have constitutional attorneys, so it's like, I don't know if TBI or law enforcement really wants to play that, because we have no problem filing a lawsuit. If anybody knows, we have one of the most litigious men in the world on our team. You got the Guinness Book of World Records for lawsuits, folks.
Don't piss him off.
Absolutely. Absolutely. TBI. I wouldn't. Just saying, I wouldn't. But hey, to each their own. If you think you got it like that, go ahead. We'll see you before the magistrate.
Well, I'm going to drop down, but
okay, love. Well, thank you for coming up and clearing the air. We love you. And actually, when I realized what channel you are, and I remember I am a subscriber to your channel. I do watch you.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. I love the work that you do. Keep doing great work. And I'm glad you subscribe here too. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I'm glad you're part of the coffee club.
Yeah, definitely. I watch it every day.
Oh, thank you, Emma. We love you. We appreciate you.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye.
Okay. Have a great day. So let me get down here. I do that. I hate when this thing turns blue. It drives me nuts. Yes, Emma's so sweet. Yeah. I bet you don't even know the reason why. So it was great. It was great. Most litigious man. You don't even know why he went to prison. I can tell you his crime was far exceeded. His punishment far exceeded the crime. That man went through pure hell over something so stupid. At the end of the day, he was put in prison for 10 years for about $250. That's what people don't understand. That's sick. That's sick. That's funny. I love it. Two Emmas from the UK. That's funny. The great news is, yeah. And what? Federal prison. 10 years for about $250 and a nonviolent crime. I bet you wouldn't last a day. Many people that criticize wouldn't be able, they would be dead. They wouldn't be able to walk in our shoes. We wouldn't be able to walk in our shoes. Thank God he redeemed himself. And he's this, I mean, Jonathan Lou Riches is awesome. I mean, he is a great investigative journalist. He's been doing this stuff for years. He's been exposing a lot. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Yep, absolutely. Maybe you need to know, a little bit about him before you criticize him. Seriously. And I love it. People like to talk like mad smack about people, right? They don't even know him. Like, what are you doing hanging out with? Because I know him. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. So, yep. So today I'm going to ask for the permit. I don't know if they're going to give it to me in 3 days, but you know what? If they want to sit and fight with me, we're going to tell them. We're going to have a lot of people up there, and I hope you're prepared to throw us all in jail and deal with a whole bunch of attorneys, because our attorneys on a case like this, where you violate civil rights, where you violate First Amendment rights, our attorneys will pick this up on a contingency fee. Seriously. No money out of our pocket. That's what contingency fee means. They think it's a winnable case. So if I was TBI, I would stand down while we do our thing. I will work out with the city. I'm going to call the city and call the county, tell them what we're going to do, tell them we need a permit ASAP. If they say it takes a week, it shouldn't take a week to exercise my constitutional rights. Oops. I know. He's got a baby face. He does. He's older than me, folks. He even told, I guess I could say his age because he was talking on Marissa's and bombed himself with his age. He's 45 years old. Believe it or not, he's 45 years old. I'm 42. He's a dinosaur. No, I'm just joking. I'm allowed to say that because I'm the baby. Well, actually, Olivia's the baby. I'm the second baby. Thank you. Thank you. So, we try not to get thrown in the drama, but, sometimes I get so frustrated. It's hard not to speak out. It really is. It's hard not to speak out, especially people saying, how do you feel about this? And how do you feel about that? First of all, Marissa is her own person. I do not control her. If anybody knows me, I'm a liberty person. That means you do you, I do me. That's what that means. I'm not going to hate somebody because of who they're friends with and who this, that, what? I'm an adult. I could care less who somebody's friends with. As long as you treat me good, I don't care. Just don't ask me to be friends with them. I mean, I'll try. I actually, to be honest with you, I always go into every relationship of any kind and be kind and courteous. But when I see you do wrong, I see you then. At that point, you can't get close to me can't get close to me. You think I'll ever have respect for Laura or Angela again? Literally, do you? There is no way. There is no way. And the reason why I'm not concerned, let's just talk about why I'm not concerned with Marissa. You know, people are in here trying to say that I'm not concerned with Marissa. You know why? Because I treat her with respect and she treats me with respect. If we have a problem, we deal with it like adults. You know, I don't worry about it. Why? Because I treat her with respect. The people she goes off on have done something to her. I don't give people, I give you one opportunity to stab me in the back. That's one. That's it. Once I pull that knife out, you got to go. Chai crimes. Let me see what you're saying. Let's see what you're saying. I love chai crimes. Yes, you are absolutely right. He's a menace to society, let alone YouTube. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. So funny. He's going to beat all of our butts. He can't wait to see us again so he can just smash our faces. Okay, here we are. 1, 2. You look shook. You look shook. Okay, I don't see any of us shaking. We're right here waiting for you. Show us how it's done, kitty, kitty. Come on. Show us how it's done. 1, 2. We were ready. We were ready. I've dealt with your kind before. Put one hand on me. You got to see this little girl go off. You think you big and Billy badass. You haven't seen the men that have hit me and hit the floor. I don't play. I stop your breathing. No point. There's no point in fighting a man that size. You know what you do? You get him in the throat. You stop the breathing. They'll drop just drop. And believe me, I can take a punch. Many of you guys don't know I am a domestic violence victim. Haven't broke teeth yet. Haven't broke my jaw yet. I got this. Oh my goodness. Bullhornbetty@gmail.com. Bullhornbetty@gmail.com. We were planning on going, but I think, we're going to go to TBI. I mean, we have really done as much work. The nuts and throat, yes, but sometimes you just can't get that leg up. I mean, when somebody's coming at you, you get one shot and one shot only. I go for the lack of breathing. I go straight for the throat. I really do. I don't even try to hit them in the face. When you got a guy that big, take away their breathing. They'll drop like a hotcake. Drop like a hotcake. Not my first rodeo. I think Molly is Miss. Let me see what Molly's email is. I know she puts it out. Molly Go Lightly LLC at Gmail. Molly Go Lightly LLC at Gmail. If you guys need to get a hold of her, I don't know how she gets through all her emails. I mean, she's got hand over fist more people on this channel than I do. I mean, I'm just 30 days out building the channel, right? So I don't know how she gets through all the emails. That lady, and hear her son. She works. She's a worker. That's what people don't understand. She's on YouTube. She tells it like it is. I like her personality. I like her spunk. I wouldn't do things the way she does it, but that's her channel. You know, what makes us so special is we have our own way of doing things, right? I don't criticize the way she does things. I love it. It's so funny. I mean, I was watching her. I was literally dying. When I found out who she was and I started watching her channel, I laughed my ass off. I got to be honest with you. She's an acquired taste, but I love her. I am absolutely stoked that she's part of our team. I really am. And it really pisses me off watching this stuff unfold, watching her friends, you know, get all butthurt because it's like remember back in middle school, you know, when a friend decided to add another friend or start hanging out with a new best friend, all their friends started getting mad at them because they can't understand why they're hanging out with these people, and you know, she's not spending as much time with them anymore. It's like, really, guys, like, come on, we're all adults here, you know. She is a welcome member of our team. She really is. And then the people, they don't even realize, they are like, oh, you know, once they realize the dynamic, like, you know, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. We all have a following. We all are people that want to do good. That's why you know, if I truly believe that Marissa was in this for bad reasons, I would not be with her. She would not be part of the team. Just like if we were in it for bad reasons, she wouldn't want to be part of our team. We are a team. This is not a you know, who did this, who did that. We all found each other by fate and by the grace of God. We worked a case. We realized how well we worked together, and we wanted to do more. We wanted to do more good out there. And I'm down with that all day long. Because quite frankly, when I first met her and started watching her, I'm thinking, oh, maybe she was out here for clout. But the more we communicated and talked to her, the more I realized her heart was true. Right? I mean, you never know anybody. She probably thought the same thing about Jonathan and myself until she got to know us. Right? Well, the way I look at this, and everybody's talking about this bus, is, first of all, that mount, I think anything with an engine can go up that driveway. I bet you if we try to drive up that driveway, we'd had no problem driving up the driveway. Obviously, they got cars up there and vehicles up there. And if that bus was actually driven back, I believe, I mean, there's low gears, you know. I mean, buses are designed and have very large engines, and they're designed to be all over and all kinds of terrain in the United States. Think about it. The United States is not flat. Kids still have to go to school. So the bus had to have gotten up there because it was driven up there. That's my opinion. It had to come back here. And even if it wasn't driven back here, it was, say, towed back here. The tow truck should have enough engine power to get it up there. So I believe it was driven up there. I can't imagine that something that, you got to think that a bus has a bigger engine than a pickup truck. And Don Wells drives his pickup truck up there every single day. So, yeah, I believe that the bus was just driven up there. Why would somebody want a school bus? I don't know. You know, it seemed to me like they've got the school bus to block views from certain angles, which again make you wonder why. Because the way it was positioned up there on that mountain was to block the view from Ben Hill Road. It causes them obstruction. We love everybody. Good morning, everybody. Need to watch these comments a little better. I don't know who's coming in, but hi, everyone. Welcome to the shit show. No, I'm just joking. It's the coffee club. Hi, Evil Abes. Highway to Hell. Yes, you're more than welcome here. We're just a crazy bunch of people that love getting together and talking in the morning. Does everyone have their coffee yet? I mean, we've been talking for an hour and haven't even got to the first case. Yes, we refer to the crazy lunatic from Texas as Kitty Kitty. And I would play the clip. I may go ahead and play it tomorrow. I'm actually, you know what I'll do? I will play the Kitty Kitty clip, the 2 videos again. We will do that on the 4th. No, the 5th. Not tomorrow, but the next day. And we will explain exactly why we call him Kitty Kitty, because I can't call him the P word, you know? So we call him Kitty Kitty. It is absolutely hilarious, Evil Abe. If you have not, like, literally, we turned him into our little bitch while we were in Tennessee. And he got his feelings so hurt. And then he decided to attack us. He decided to throw my past criminal history. Like, it hasn't been every case. People don't understand, like, literally every case we work on, we have somebody that does investigation and acts like, oh my God, this is breaking news. Andrew's been arrested for domestic violence, and she's got all these crimes. They start throwing my photo, my mugshot around the world, like they just came across this gold mine. Like, this is new news. It's not new news, and it's not original. And everybody that follows me knows my story and knows why I have those charges. So they're just making fools of themselves. And so because they know that, when they're in there, they're like, well, how many convictions was she convicted of? Right? How many times was she convicted? That doesn't drive their narrative. That doesn't drive their narrative. Good, Chris. We'll take T2. We'll take T2, right? Yes, actually, it's kind of funny that you bring that up, because I was talking to a supporter of this channel, a member of this channel, that reaches out to me on Instagram. Great person, always, like I say, this stuff is not just a 4-person team. You guys are part of the team too, and people give us ideas for the show and everything like that. And it's kind of funny because I got it pulled up. So we're even the cases, it's hard for us. Let me just give you some backstory. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. So let me just give you a little bit of a backstory. So somebody came in here and asked if we could look in this autistic kid's case and this, that, and the other. And it's so horrible for us, because I feel like that we have to pick winners and losers. And I hate being in that position, because there's just so many cases. And so and it really does weigh on my heart. I mean, if you guys know, I'm in this for the right reasons. It truly is about the victims, and in most cases about the victims' families and things like that. And when we get a hold of a case, that person is our family. We fight like this is a person from our own family. Usually we've already talked to the family. They've told us about their backstory. They personalized the victim to us. They personalize the victim to us. It's not just a case number. I mean, these people are personal to us. And so, we were hearing about this, and it was breaking my heart, because, we are only 4 people. We can only do so much. This is not a huge team. And clearly, as we grow, it's almost next to impossible to grow, because people like to backstab and like to take advantage of a situation. So we can't even grow. We have to keep it small, which sucks. It sucks for the victims. So long story short, somebody brought up an idea saying, hey, why don't we just bring awareness to the cases in the mornings, right? Why don't we just start popping up some cases and bringing just awareness, where we don't have to physically do work on the case, because, if we're doing work on the case, it's taking work away from that we're doing on an active case that we are working. Not necessarily an active case. All these cases are active in the sense of law enforcement, but active in the sense of our team. So, okay, well, I don't know who's doing it. Time it out. If people are being disrespectful and need to be blocked, you guys need to throw their names in the comments, and keeps throwing their names in the comments until I acknowledge them, until I acknowledge them and get them out of here. Good morning. Yeah, I agree with you. To be honest with you, I was not involved in the true crimes or missing people at that time. I really wasn't. I watched the case because I'm here in Florida. I mean, everybody in Florida knew about this case. There was no secret about this case, right? So everybody knew about this case here in Florida. And it was very sad. And if you ask me if I believe she had something to do with it, absolutely. But the problem is I also, now that I've been in this work, I realize that dogs do make mistakes, and one of the biggest things was one of the dogs, the dogs that smell dead body. I can't remember what they're called, cadaver dogs or whatever. They're designed to smell dead bodies. I realize dogs make mistakes too. I realize that. I naturally thought that dogs, once they're trained, they can, just like law enforcement. We all paint this picture that law enforcement are some kind of superhuman, and then we find out they're really humans, and they make human mistakes all the time. And it's just because they're human. It doesn't necessarily mean cadaver dogs. Thank you, Jenny. Cadaver dogs. And so at the end of the day, we realize that animals make mistakes too. So now that I know that, I do still believe she had something to do with it. I believe her attorney was able to present reasonable doubt, and unfortunately, in a criminal case, it's beyond a reasonable doubt. So he did his job. He did his job. There are no perfect crimes out there, but there are, it very well. The reason why Casey Anthony may have gotten away with it is because of some mistakes that were done by law enforcement. Because again, they bring a human element to the case. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And it doesn't mean that they're bad people. Of course not. Where is it? That's so funny. Oh. Okay. Get rid of Rice Moon. Let's find out who Rice Moon is. Rice Moon, you are on the... Let's see where you were at. Let's see the kind of crap you're saying. So you guys gonna have to stick with me. I wish they had a search bar. Maybe I'll go into StreamYard and say you need a search bar. Why do why wouldn't we? You think some reason people can't do good in this world? Are you one of those people, Rice Moon? Who are you really behind Rice Moon? Aw. Are you Kitty Kitty? Are you Angela? Are you the two drug addicts from the husband and wife duo? Who are you? Why are you on my channel? See, the funny thing is if I don't, I'm working, I don't have time to jump from channel to channel. I don't have time to be a troll. I don't want to be known as a troll like Rice Moon. And why do criminals and ex-criminals want to work missing persons case? Because we like to do what we do. We're great at our job. You have no idea the mountains we move. You have no idea the pressure we create. We turn our lives over to God. God guides us. My question is why do you think you need to be in somebody's channel stirring the pot? Got nothing better to do? I bet you if I went on YouTube to find out who Rice channel is, you probably have no subscribers. You're probably a troll account. Sick person. Probably a sick mental person. Probably have a few screws loose up here, right? Like who goes on somebody's channel and stirs shit up? Why are you even here if you don't like my channel? Why? Because my whole team's filled with a bunch of criminals. So why would you be here? Goodbye. Goodbye. We'll let Rice Moon go create a new account to come back on. Oh, I bet it is Angela. She does have a few screws loose if she thinks she's going to come here and stir shit up. Nobody wants her. Nobody wants her. Once you start, she's not even worth my time. I got to value her to. Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I get it. We don't know. We don't really know until we find her body. But we're not going to find her body until law enforcement starts changing their tune. These people have got to go to jail. They have got to pressure them on their turf. If law enforcement arrested these people on top of that mountain and pressured them on their turf, we might get somewhere. We've got to get them probable cause to search everywhere around that home. We have to give them probable cause to search every property Don was on in and around the time of Summer's disappearance. We need to find this baby. And there's not a doubt in my mind that the adults that are sitting up on top of that mountain know where she's at. Not a doubt in my mind. Look at the way they act. They don't act like grieving parents. They like to play games. They like to throw people off, right? Like, why are you trying to throw people off? He has 7 alibis. Candace has none. She's going down. Who needs 7 alibis? Don Wells, why do you need 7 alibis? You only need one. The truth, if you had nothing to do with it. But I find that not to be true, right? You must have had your hand in something. You must know something. Well, maybe she drowned at the thing and they just didn't take her to the hospital. Why would they not take her to the hospital? Why? What was the hospital going to find on that baby? Bruises? Sexual assault? Why was she not taken to the hospital if she injured herself? Why was the ambulance not called to their house? Everybody keeps talking about this day was hotter than hell and their daughter was freezing. Has anybody watched somebody die? They get cold. They start shivering. When she put that jacket on, I think she was dying. She was describing a death. It's so freaking hot that they need to go to the swimming hole, but her daughter's so cold that they need to put her in a jacket. The baby was dying. She's describing a death. But they haven't been pressured. They haven't been pressured. Once they get on law enforcement's turf, things are different. Because you know what? At the end of the day, Don and Candace know we know. And they can stick behind as many YouTubers that want to protect them and everything. But at the end of the day, it's never going to be enough. You know why? Because we have God on our side. You're not, God will forgive you, but you're not going to go without punishment. You can pray to God all you want, Don, but you're still going to be brought to justice. And so is Candace. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. For those that are just joining, go get your cup of coffee. But look at it, folks. If you listen to how they're describing her being really cold, that baby was dying. It was hotter than hell outside. So you put her in a jacket and stick her on 2 ice cold milk jugs? What? How does that make sense? How does that make sense? To me, I must be the stupidest person in the world. I really must be the stupidest person. I don't get it. You're describing a hot ass day And then describe your child being so cold that they're shivering that you have to stop. And where did she change at? She acknowledged she didn't change her there at the. When did they told their whole day, all the stops that they made after they left that watering hole, and not one time were they able to tell us where they stopped to change that baby out of her bathing suit and put all these clothes on her. I think she may have clarified that now, but couldn't answer that then. And the baby was shivering on a hot day. Has anybody gone swimming and got into a hot vehicle and that water heat up on them and their thighs get sticky and they're just in that humid hot bathing suit? How are you freezing? So much so that you need to go put pants on them and a jacket in a hot day, that they're shivering so bad, and then you stick them on ice cold milk. What? And then you got people that want to sit there and attack our team because we're pulling the layers of the onion back. We're actually being proactive. We're doing mail campaigns. We're doing pressure campaigns, social media pressure campaigns on Dawn and Candace and law enforcement. We're going up there to physically be present, to put pressure on law enforcement to do something. Like, I want a TBI officer to explain to me how these people with this plethora of information that they have at their disposal about the child neglect, child endangerment, animal abuse, all this, that, and the other, and you can't find one thing to charge these people with, to throw them in jail? Are you kidding me? This is not amateur hour at TBI. Get off your duff and arrest them. The whole world is watching. And for you to allow them to stay up on that mountain, smoking dope and getting drunk and hanging out with felons is a disgrace to your department and disgrace to law enforcement across the country. Do your damn job. The tree company has been, I can tell you the tree company has been through the ringer just like Dudley and John. These people have already been found. They've already most likely been excluded. I'm telling you, law enforcement does not think this child was abducted. Looking into the tree company would mean that there's evidence of an abduction. There is no evidence of an abduction. That means, after 6 months, you would have something. And this whole, we saw footprints, that would be evidence of an abduction. Okay? There were none. There's none. There's none. There's no evidence of an abduction. The next word they say is foul play. And they're also looking into the possible idea of her just walking off. Did you hear that? They think law enforcement thinks it's foul play too. Anybody that goes out and looks at that house knows, you feel it. Like, literally, anybody that's tuned in, has read their gut, trusts their gut, you go by their house, you feel it. I can't describe it. If you don't believe me, do yourself a favor and go there. Get out of your car. Feel it. Feel it. This child in her 5 years seen some horrific and hideous stuff and filth in her little 5 short years at the hands of Don Wells and Candace Bly. They are despicable, disgusting, heartless people that need to be locked up. Yes, Dudley's wife felt it. You feel it. I can't describe it for you. When, you know, Jonathan is an optimist, okay? He does not just go right to these conclusions. For example, when we were out in Jackson, Wyoming, the Grand Tetons, Spread Creek, discussing Gabby Petito and how she got all the way out there where they say there was a campsite. First of all, there's no way for them to have a tent up. If they had a tent up, I believe it was staged. There were literally huge rocks all over the ground. Like, you cannot sleep on this ground. It has so many rocks on it. Literally rocks everywhere. And when I went out there and crossed the river and we found where she was, I looked at it and I just said, this is a dumping ground. To me, it's a dumping ground. He actually thought, and this was the debate, he actually thought that, Gabby walked out there with Brian. I believe she was already dead. I believe he killed her shortly after Mary Piglets, threw her over his shoulder, and walked her out there where nobody could find her because it was so far away in a desolate area, in a place that it was illegal to camp in. But he would not make that conclusion because we don't know. Okay. And then even in the Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner, related to Brian possibly being the murderer of their case, we found that in our opinion, that there is no possibility of Brian being involved in killing those two women. He just happened to cross paths in front of the Moonflower. That was it. But in an abundance of caution, Jonathan would not remove him as a person of interest from our list. So when he comes out and says he believes Dawn Wells and Candace Wells has something to do with the disappearance of their child, guess what? They most likely have something to do with the disappearance of their child, because he always, always, always is the devil's advocate. He's always the one that says, well, I don't want to make that leap. You see what I'm saying? I have no problem. I have no problem throwing my integrity on the line when I wholeheartedly believe something. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. It's possible for anything. Is it probable? That's the question we need to ask each other. I'm telling you. Exactly. Think about it. How do you not know your child's birthday? Their birthday is one of your birthdays, as my mom always says. Like, you had to. I mean, I have to think that something like that's pretty memorable. I don't have children myself, but I heard it's pretty painful. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she just fell out. I mean, Candace has been worn out by every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Maybe it was one push and the baby was out. I'm making light of it. I shouldn't. I'm sorry, but she has no problem spreading her legs. I don't even want to know what that is like. And the woman doesn't even bathe, but once. Oh, no, 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 no. Her friends described her body odor. Okay. Hard to see. Tell me who. Who needs to be blocked? Hard to see. We need some blocking. Okay, let me go up here. Mud would turn your fingers brown or black. They wouldn't turn them purple. I haven't listened to your opinion, but no, I really, you can have your opinion all day long, but no, I'm not bringing you up on here and debating you. You can go over to Kitty Kitty's site. If you think that what Candace, if you think they're innocent, I'm curious. I'll let you respond in chat. Do you think that Candace, and not only that, the only person that says this is usually somebody that's already doxed us and dissed us and is now using a fake account to come on here. Are you planning on showing your face when you come on live? Or are you planning on hiding behind that little circle right there? That's another question. Okay, let's see where Bluebird is. And you're going to post that several times? I'm going to time you. You're an asshole. And I know how to block you. I don't need you in here. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're going to, there, nobody can have a different opinion on here? Different opinion what? Different opinion how? They did it. Several accounts too. Troll. Hiding behind different names. Seriously? What a troll. Okay, I can't find Bluebird. Let's see if I can keep going. These people. You want to be on my panel. What do you want? You want subs? You want subscribers? You want to show how much of a dickhead you are? Maybe I should let some of these people come on my panel. Because I have facts. Like, I've been out there. I've seen this. I interviewed witnesses. You can't take that from me. What do you have? Google? Google telling you how to... Okay, so I don't know where Bluebird is. I've gone up quite a bit in my channel. Oh, wow. It's only been 7 minutes up on my channel. Let me just keep going. Bluebird, I'm going to find you. What are you saying? Well, talk shit. Talk shit. I find it so easy to talk shit behind a... Yeah, they're litter training. They're litter training. Yeah, they steal our content. They steal our content. They got nothing better to do. They can't get off their ass and go do any work. They want to stay in their comfort of their lazy boy in mom's basement, living off their Cash App gang, using all that money to buy marijuana and other illicit drugs while they live in mommy's house. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. I don't know where Bluebird is, guys. I can't find Bluebird, but if Bluebird speaks again, and I will tell you this, Bluebird, you speak again, you're out anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, that girl. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All the people that are in here. And quite frankly, we don't mind differing of opinions. It's when you're stupid, when you can't see the forest for the trees. Like, I got no time for you. How are you going to debate me? You're an idiot. Anybody that doesn't understand what is really going on here is an idiot, in my opinion. Law enforcement has come out on how many more times does Hawkins County and TBI need to come to the public and say we have no evidence of an abduction and we're looking into it as foul play? That's basically what they said. That is basically what they said. Now, you could mince their words, take them out of context, manipulate them any way you want to. Go ahead. But the people with us that know and deal with statements from law enforcement on the daily and know exactly what they're saying, know exactly what they're saying. Debate me? Go get your head checked first. Then you can debate me. Good morning, all. The body that was found over in Knox County, Knoxville, Tennessee, I don't believe was the body of Summer Wells. I said that literally out the gate. I never believed it was Summer Wells. People were trying to say, well, they wouldn't tell you if listen, we deal with enough crime. They didn't hide the fact that when they found Brian Laundrie's body out there, they didn't hide the fact. They said, we found remains over here They're working. We knew it was Brian Laundrie. I think they indicated that it was Brian Laundrie. These people, they're not going to play these games. If it's a child's body, they will tell you it's of a child's body. There's a difference. There's a big difference between the size of bones in a 5-year-old girl and the size of bones in a 17-year-old girl. There just is. And when they tell you they can't determine the age or the sex of the person, that tells me it's a full-size body. They can't determine if it's a teenager or an adult. They can't determine whether it's male or female. They would have said it was of a small child or it was of a baby. We've heard them come out in the past and say that. They wouldn't be hiding it. Don Wells knows where the hell the body is. He knows it wasn't hers. Bluebird back. Oh, Bluebird. So now why is everybody telling? See, this must be a different one. So I'm not sure. I don't know who unless somebody was trying to get you kicked out. I don't know. Because it seems like Bluebird's on board with what we're saying. Somebody told me to kick you out, but they said Bluebird, not Bluebird. So I don't know if that was you or not. But I will tell you, there's no doubt in my mind. If there's doubt in your mind, this is probably not the channel for you. I mean, I'm just being honest. Okay. And if anybody knows, I trust Ronnie explicitly. Like, her and I chat all the time when we're not on here. I trust her judgment. Oh God, my pal. Really? Why are you here? You don't even like me. My pal Sal Vintage. Why are you here? Are you going to be nice? Why do people go on channels that they don't like? I don't get it. You did say hello and put a rose up, so I'll be nice. I'll be nice. Good morning, my pal. My pal Sal. Okay. Thank you for the rose. And hello. Go get your cup of coffee. Let's have some coffee together. Okay, let's see. 7:34. Thank you. Let's go. Yeah, so I see some more from him, but I even at the 7:34, but it's not bad. I'm good. Bluebird, if you're gonna be nice, I'll be nice to you. I'll give you a benefit of the doubt. Oh wait, thank you. Well, don't know what's going on. So guys, let's and I got a new member, Mustang Sally. Thank you. We love our members. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the team and supporting the channel. I agree. And I don't understand what the hate is. The only thing I can think of the hate is because we are making a difference. We're making an impact, and we are showing the world what true activism can really be on YouTube. I think that's what it is. And I think, people are coming over here and supporting us so much so because they see the work we're doing. I mean, and not only that, but we're transparent. We're not saying we're doing something. Think about it. How much money did Kitty raise to go and try to intimidate us just to get one photo and send it to the people? What were you doing the whole time you were there? Because when we were there, it sounded like you were having a vacation. You were laughing and joking, and up on that mountain, we could hear you all the way down the mountain and on the other side of the street. And there's a missing 5-year-old girl, and you've got 5 people out here looking for this 5-year-old girl while the mom and Kitty are up there having happy hour. It made me sick. It made me sick. Those people don't care. They don't care. Good morning, everybody. Yeah. But I mean, law enforcement, how many more times does law enforcement need to come out and say that there's no abduction? How many times? What do you think they mean when they said there's no evidence of an abduction? That's clinical police jargon for there's no abduction. In many cases where parents have a missing child, they're eliminated like that. They're eliminated like that. It's been 6 months. Don and Candace Wells are still persons of interest in this case. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand why. I mean, look at all other missing person cases. Go look at the ones that are truly abductions. Go look at them. The parents were eliminated like that. They were excluded. Why has Don and Candace not been excluded after 6 months? No, I just think people underestimate Don Wells. I think people underestimate who Don Wells is. He is an habitual criminal that has evaded law and evaded responsibility for more than 30 years across multiple states. He's conniving, he's cunning, and he's a manipulator. And he has a craft for that. And people think he's some dumb hillbilly sitting up on top of the mountain. I do not. He's a predator. And so is Candace. Yeah, a habitual liar. That does kind of go with conniving and cunning. He and Candace are habitual at everything that is not good and complete evil. That's the school they graduated from. They are evil. Evil exists in this world. They are part of that clan. FBI has not called JLR. JLR would have told us that the FBI, and they would call us. We know the FBI watches us. We've had our background when we were at Gabby Petito's. We had our entire backgrounds pulled by FBI because we get notifications when any law enforcement pulls up our background report. Northport City Police did the same thing. We have law enforcement all over the country that watch our channels, watch our Twitters, watch everything. So, we know that. We know that they could very well have somebody in here monitoring the chat. We're fine with that. I've got nothing to hide. JLR has nothing to hide. Marissa has nothing to hide. Olivia has nothing to hide. Okay. All right, I see you. I'm going up. How do we know it was he was even in Knoxville? Maybe he was in Johnson City with the crack man. Got to remember, these people are drug addicts. If anybody knows anything about a drug addict, they disappear. I think wherever their daughter is, she's within eyesight of their. I just have that feeling, because they will want to know if anybody's getting close to her body. So I really truly believe that wherever she is near them. I could be wrong. That's just my theory. I don't think she was driven halfway across the country. I don't think, I just don't. Is it possible that she could be in the wall or under a slab at one of his jobs that he was at? Yeah, I do. There's that possibility. I believe that. And what do you mean this is going nowhere? I don't know what that part of the comment says. Oh, that girl. To be honest with you, when I first heard the story, when it first broke, naturally you think an abduction. I mean, they're telling the story, but it was literally shortly after that, like literally shortly after that, when I started seeing them interview, and they weren't crying, they weren't upset, they were speaking in past tense, their body language was all off, they weren't pleading and begging in front of the media for the safe return of their daughter, they were acting weird. Shortly, it wasn't on June 15th about how I felt about this case. It was shortly after June 15th when I was realizing that something's not right here. Something truly is not right. These parents are not acting normal. Like anybody, we've seen in the United States how parents grieve over a missing child or an adult child, let alone a 5-year-old baby. And literally, Candace has no tears as the mother of this child. Every person in here that has a child, I want you to literally put yourself in this position. I know it's hard, it's deplorable, and you never even want to think of anything bad ever happening to your child. I get that. But just for a minute, put yourself in the idea that you thought your child was in the house, came in, and found out your child was gone. Just how uncontrollable you would be if you truly thought your child was abducted. Just stop the presses, take a deep breath, and think about how you would be. I don't think there's a person, man or woman, in this chat that wouldn't be utterly devastated. And how you can go in front of the public without a tear in your eye, I don't think anybody in this chat could do that. I really don't. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Everybody would go crazy. But take that few minutes and put yourself in the idea that your child was abducted. Don't tell me you would not be a freaking wreck. Good morning, everyone. Go get your cup of coffee. Anything's possible. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I said on the 15th, yeah, of course. I believed, I didn't know who Don and Candace Wells were. Of course. But then when I heard them already speaking to her in the past tense, not really fighting to have answers, not really crying, not really upset, not just they, at the end of the day, they were talking about her like she was already dead. That is a telltale sign that a parent had something to do with the death of their child. Sick. But the problem was, he's like, oh, I went to YouTube and that was a bad mistake, because we're not stupid. We're not idiots. Who do you take us for? Law enforcement isn't idiots. I can guarantee there's people in Hawkins County as well as TBI that know these parents are absolutely guilty and are just putting the pieces of the puzzle together to bring the case against them. It's just a matter of time. With or without Summer, it's only a matter of time. Believe me. This stuff makes me so angry because, many of you guys know that my life was not perfect. I had a lot of childhood trauma, but we looked like the perfect family from the outside. I had a clean home. I had, I had a silver spoon. Well, not quite a silver spoon, a brass spoon. It's silver spoon. Okay, silver. We'll say silver spoon. I had a silver spoon in my mouth. My dad, he was a foster child. He did the best he could. He had a lot of childhood trauma that he couldn't shake as an adult, as a father, and he was a great dad to me. But he was violent. He was violent to my mom. It set the stage for the kind of guy that I was going to be interacting with as a young girl. There was time. My dad drank heavily when I was growing up, but he provided. We lived next to doctors, lawyers, car dealership owners. We lived in a very nice area. Our house was clean. My mom was a white glove clean type of lady. We had a hot meal every night, home cooked meal every night. It's just what happened inside our walls was, in sometimes it wasn't all the time, but when it was bad, it was really, really bad. And I had a lot to deal with. Especially my parents divorcing when I was, just hitting puberty, and it was really bad. I started looking for attention in the wrong type of people, and it led me down a bad path for many years to come. And I just keep thinking, but at the end of the day, my parents protected me. As messed up as my life was, and as crazy and as much violence and fighting that went on in my house, and that is abuse. That's psychological and mental abuse that I witnessed for many years. And my parents still protected me. Did my dad spank me a little too hard and treat me rotten sometimes, especially when he's drunk? Yes, he did. Okay. I don't want to get in here and say my dad was this horrible, despicable man, because he wasn't. But I had a lot of bad memories, parents trying to commit suicide. It was just, guys, it was bad. There was a portion of my life that was absolutely horrific. Nothing short of The Shining. And but they protected us kids. They wanted to know we were safe. You know, they didn't let us wander off. They didn't let people come over. We didn't have a revolving door at our home. We didn't have men in and out of the house. We didn't have, doors missing off bathrooms. We didn't have filth. We didn't have those elements in my life. My parents protected us. My dad would kill somebody if anybody hurt a hair on our head. My mother is a cougar. She would have bit your freaking head off. I mean, our parents protected us. These parents did not protect their children. They were the perpetrator of crimes upon their children. Abuse, physical abuse. I was daddy's little girl. I went to work with him I can wire a house. Yes, electrical wires. People call electricians and will not touch. I will wire a house. That's what my dad taught me. Does it make my childhood any less fucked up? Nope. Sure doesn't. That's sad, Heather. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. I miss some people's And and it keeps bringing me back to why, if she was having a medical emergency, why they wouldn't take her to a hospital. What would the hospital have found? I agree with you. But the problem is these YouTuber creators are spending more time attacking Marissa and myself for bringing awareness to this and calling Dawn and Candace out. So instead of talking about Summer, they want to talk about us. All they're doing is kicking up our ratings, creating more subs for us. That's all they're doing. The man's twisted. The man is twisted. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jackie Blue, absolutely. I think they would have found multiple fractures that have healed. I think they would have found that she had been abused, that she had unset broken bones. I think they would have found that she could have potentially have had sexual abuse, because even if it wasn't, Don's a despicable man. But just because he's a sexual deviant to other people doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be a sexual deviant to his own child. But the bottom line is when he was out of town, Candace had every Tom, Dick, and Harry up there, and they were drug addicts. And if you know anybody about crack and meth, they don't care who they're, if they'll do whatever they need to do to relieve themselves. So while she's got a house full of people and she's in there, sucking and bopping another guy, what are the other people doing with all her kids? We don't even know what the boys have gone through. Think about it, guys. We have no clue. What if they were sexually assaulted? Has anybody even thought about them? This house was called everything short of a trap house with children. And we looked at that dungeon they called a basement that was really the children's bedroom. All of them, even the boys. I have no pity for these parents. I have no pity for these parents. No matter how you look at this situation, even if this child was abducted, even if we gave them that, which I don't, this is all their fault. They will not get a free pass on the Bullhorn Betty show. They will not get a free pass. They are criminals. They deserve to be in jail. And even if we did believe that this child was abducted, it's still all their fault. Every bit of this situation is those parents' fault and those parents' doing, no matter how you look at it. Even if you want to be the abducted theorist, it's all the parents' fault. We know she wasn't abducted. But even if you wanted to, let's play devil's advocate. Okay, she was abducted. Whose fault was it? At the end of the day, it still comes down to Candace and Don Wells. But we don't believe that. I don't believe that. You couldn't pay me $1 million. I would not take $1 million to change my mind. They are responsible. And if TBI can't prove that, then prove something else. These people do not need to be up there on that mountain drugging and drinking. They need to be in jail until we figure this out. House of Hell is an understatement. Understatement. It ticks me off. You know, I think we have been bringing up enough stuff that TBI realizes that we are not playing. We're not playing. And think about it. We just had a huge mail campaign. And for those that are just joining in, let's go to that mail campaign because you still can do your part. So Don Wells is supposed to be going to court on February 7th. It's subject to change. Subject to change. And Jonathan Lee Riches, you know, he modified the letter slightly on his channel, which is fine. We don't care if you use our standard form or you write your own. Yeah, went for a walk. Then she retracted that. There are so many holes that don't make sense of them changing their story. That there is no way law enforcement, that was the reason why Colin was arrested before they even found Kathleen Moore's body. You know that? Because the story was inconsistent and kept changing. So why are the Wells still out when their story is inconsistent and keeps changing? But anyways, let me get over here. I'm going to see about trying to push this letter back to the top so you guys can find it quicker because it's kind of went down quite a bit, you know, in this chat. So let me see if I can reshare it. Let me find it first, and we'll go over it. So this letter, found it. I'll put this in big letter. Here is the letter. Let's say that. Here is the letter. I just posted it in my community tab on my page. So let's go ahead and read this. This is going to cost you. You guys can cut and paste this. This is going to cost you 4 sheets of paper, 2 envelopes, and 2 postage stamps. That's it. That's it. This is going to the judge, which is Honorable J. Todd Ross, and the prosecuting attorney, Kenneth R. Lavelle. It has the style of the case, which is in Ray, State of Tennessee versus Donald Wells, the case number. So let's just read this. And I want you guys, if you haven't done this letter yet, please do. This is not a letter that can only be sent by Tennessee residents. You can send it worldwide. Okay? I don't care if you're in England or Australia or in New Zealand. You can make a difference. Send your letter in. Send your letter in. You are part of Summer's army. We're going to fight for her. Dear Honorable, super sticker. Let me just put that up before I start. Dear Honorable J. Todd Ross and Mr. Kenneth R. Lavelle, Esquire. As you know, there is a hearing in the above style cause on February 7th, 2022. The factual information provided in this case, which shall include his past criminal conduct and why Mr. Wells is deemed a danger and a threat to the public. It is your duty to make sure he gets the maximum sentencing under Tennessee law. Mr. Wells has thwarted the law and manipulated the justice system with his lengthy criminal history spreading across multiple states for over 30 years. It is my hope that you realize he is a threat and you do everything in your power to finally bring justice to the community he has tormented for more than a decade when he moved to Rogersville. He is a convicted felon with multiple violent offenses in your county, including domestic violence, multiple DUIs, including ones that were never prosecuted, child endangerment, which were never prosecuted, felon in possession of a gun, intoxicated person in possession of a gun, open container, and now a missing daughter, which he very well may know information regarding her whereabouts. This is a very dangerous man. I have reviewed the prior charges and police affidavits in connection with Mr. Wells, and the stuff law enforcement hasn't charged him with is astonishing and a complete failure to this community and has put the welfare of anyone that has come into contact with him in danger. To me, it appears Mr. Wells has been allowed to get away with a lot without being held accountable for his actions, which has, in part, led to the disappearance and potential death of his daughter, Summer Wells. You finally have an opportunity to put this dangerous criminal behind bars, and I hope you do just that. He had 30 years of habitual criminal history, multiple burglaries, forgeries, dealing in stolen property, drugs, alcohol, repeated violence upon persons, and domestically. His 30 years of criminal conduct spread across multiple states. When is enough enough? This man now has a missing daughter and is a person of interest in her disappearance and has proven time and time again he's a danger to everyone around him. You have a great opportunity to finally put this man behind bars, and I feel it is in the best interest of this community that this man receives the maximum sentence under the law. Please take this plea seriously and do what you can to protect the innocent residents in your county and do what you should have done years ago. Thank you for your consideration. This is a letter, form letter. You guys don't even have to think. For those that want to write their own passionate letter to the judge and the prosecutor, please do so. If you want something that's simple, easy, and a cut and paste form, go to my community page, my community tab on Betty Bullhorn. Bullhorn Betty. Starting to read your guys' comments when you guys mix my name up. Please do. Please do. Because you got to remember, he had a slap on the wrist back in October 14th, 2020, when he was put on probation. Then he gets a DUI and he violates probation. This man is not learning his lessons by getting slaps on the wrist. He needs to be in jail at fullest extent of the law. Put him in jail 10 or 15 years. I don't care. You have enough here under Tennessee law for him to spend a wealthy amount of time behind bars. Please, guys, if you want, we were talking about being proactive. This is being proactive. This is not sitting behind a screen in a chair, commentating on other people's work, stealing other people's work, and then calling ourselves creators. This is actually proactive work that we strategize. We work to help bring justice for these victims. We go out there. We bring you interviews and content to show you why we believe the way we believe. We are the most transparent, in my opinion. I know there's differences, like Chris Madonna. He goes out there, he questions people too. He's got the investigative background and stuff of that nature. I get it. I have no qualms with him. None. I think he is good. He actually doesn't mind getting off his ass and going to these places and doing the work. The problem I have is the lack of formulating an opinion and a conclusion. Or stating all of the, thank you, all the crap. He doesn't, he gets these interviews and he doesn't show you where they've changed. He doesn't, it's almost like he doesn't want to formulate it. And maybe I could be wrong. I don't watch him very often. I could be wrong. So don't beat me up if I'm wrong. But to me, it doesn't seem like he says, he comes right out and says that this is inconsistent and doesn't make sense. And I believe this XYZ. We do. Yeah, absolutely. I'm telling telling you guys, we spoke to law enforcement for 4 hours over a 2-day period. And when we were talking about this case, now mind you, they didn't give us any information. They gave us what they could, but a lot of the stuff that we asked them, they could not answer. Okay? But you guys know I read people as much as I can. And when I was telling them how it just does not make sense that an abduction could have happened up on that mountain with all those trees, all the crackling, the steepness, there's no way people can get up there. Where would they put the car? How would they know where the child's at in the house? Going through 21 dogs, 3 boys, mom, grandma. There's no way. And when I said that, you could read the body language of these law enforcement officers that agreed with me. But people behind their cameras and sitting in the comfort of their home want to criticize me, yet they don't even do a damn thing. They didn't talk to the law enforcement. They didn't go up and look at that mountain. They didn't interview these witnesses. Even if Chris McDonough didn't even formulate an opinion for his people, he brought the information to you so that you could form your own. And I guarantee he doesn't even believe that this child was abducted. I guarantee he does not believe it. This is a sad case, and these people thought that they were above the law. They thought they were smarter than the law. And that's what makes me so sick. Because every day that this passes, they make law enforcement look foolish. They make law enforcement look played. And if anybody knows anything about Bullhorn Betty and the team, we back the blue. Does that mean that we have no problem telling them where they're wrong? Of course not. Of course not. But we definitely back the blue. We love law and order. We absolutely love law and order. And that's what ticks us off when you have Hawkins County giving somebody like Don Wells free passes on charges. Hawkins County, you get a big old fat F. Do better. Ronnie Lawson, do better. Quit trying to be friends to criminals. Sick. Makes you wonder, is that the reason why the boys were removed from the home? Marissa, when we started setting up this trip, believed that something would happen when we went back this time, that something would move. Law enforcement was going to be moving on something. And, every day that we get closer to this trip and I see this case, winding up, like even after we left, where TBI was bringing in the boys again, and we found out the prosecutor was reviewing the case and it was having all the hallmarks of finally building a case against the Wells for something. We don't know if it has any relation to Summer, but there was definitely a prosecutor reviewing the case. So it gave me hope. And this is shortly after we left. And now with the animals being turned over. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. We love our members. Welcome aboard. And now with, sorry, I'm hitting the wrong darn thing. Why do we keep hitting these things? Why aren't these things just hiding? There we go. And then now with, them reaching out, because one of the things we said is like, have you guys been watching social media? They wouldn't even tell us whether law enforcement has been watching social media, but The grin on their face, I don't think they were paying attention to it as much as they should have been. It's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But we started bringing it to their attention because, one, we made sure that we were in the news there. So we wanted to make sure we had the credibility, that they knew that we weren't playing, that we have, umpteen million followers. We did the sending them all the interviews. We constantly came into contact with them. We have been relentless in an email campaign to the detectives, to the point where they're not even responding anymore or saying thank you, or, every day that we're in their ear. You got to remember, normal parents would be calling these law enforcement agents every single day, wanting to know what information, thank you, what information they have about their child every single day. People have been known to call law enforcement every single day for years when it comes to their family members. We know that the Wells aren't doing that. So guess what? We took that place. We took that place. People have no idea what we're doing, have no clue the work we're putting in behind the scenes. And now we start hearing out that law enforcement is reaching out to people. TBI is reaching out to creators to get some information. The one that had, interviews with these people. I don't know what's being asked of them or said to them. I don't know, but it's a step in the right direction. It's a step in the right direction. Good. It's a step in the right direction. It means that they are listening to us. It means that they are actually taking our suggestions. And you got some dumbass creator on here telling us that we're not effective. That's their integrity, because they're becoming the laughingstock. These creators that are attacking us are becoming the laughingstock, because at the end of the day, you're not destroying our team. And we're going to still keep running circles around you. Get off your ass. Do better. The content creators that want to just commentate, that's fine. But don't act like you're doing work for summer if you're just commentating. There are plenty of people that just commentate on cases, and they're fine with that. And their audience is fine with that. And that's okay. But don't say you're doing work for this child to bring justice for this child when you haven't even emailed a person that can provide some kind of solution in a case. We have a multiple prong approach to these cases that applies pressure all the way around for people to do better and to keep working and to keep working hard. So we are going to continue down the road we're going to do. This is a system that we use on just about all of our cases. The strategy changes a little bit, but we have, when we strategize and put our pieces together on how we're going to do this, how we're going to strategically do this, that's what we do. We plan and we execute. We plan and we execute. So that is part of what we do. We were talking about the secret sauce yesterday, right? And like I said, the secret sauce was all four of us. It's Marissa, it's Chronicles of Olivia, it's Jonathan Lee Riches, it's myself, Bullhorn Betty. That's the secret sauce. There's a lot more that goes on that. Oh, thank you. You do love me, don't you? My pal Sal. How vintage are you? Just joking. You don't have to answer that. Oh. Yeah. I think Marissa's working on it. So, yeah. Yep. It's insanity. It's truly insanity. I actually have as many. I hate McAfee. I literally hate McAfee. And I don't know why I am forced to have to remove them off my computer that I purchased thousands of dollars for, that Southwest likes to drop and destroy and ruin my freaking. Oh, I'm so mad about this stupid computer, anyways. There we go. It's irritating. Irritating. Yeah. Okay, I'll have to take care of that later. Let me see if I can get into it from this account. Anyways. All right, guys. Well, I know we are going on 2 hours. I try to keep it, what does it say? Andrew, check out True Crimes commentary channel. Okay. Yeah, and you know what? Lawson's getting a bad name. He had an opportunity. Let's talk about this. Like, Lawson has an opportunity to do the right thing, and it seems like time and time again. And again, you know, there are a lot of people that what do you mean? Okay, I'll reset the friggin' password. What the hell? Sorry, guys. I probably shouldn't be doing this while I'm on the live with you guys. Anyways, but Lawson has gotten a bad name over this case because it seems to me that he's not doing his job right. I mean, seriously, why are you not arresting? It's not even just doing the job right? It has nothing to do with that. It actually has to do, in my opinion, with the fact that you have allowed your officers not to charge him with multiple crimes. You're so concerned about the records requests that come in, and it's beyond me why record requests for other departments go through Ronnie Lawson. What the hell does the sheriff have to do with record requests? Why is he overseeing record requests? That, to me, in and of itself, seems prejudicial. And I just don't get it. But he should not have a hand in records request. Somebody, a third party, somebody that's an assistant or something else, that should be their job. Their job, not Ronnie Lawson's. They have the laws related to their record laws. And they need to have an assistant that deals with that, and only that. Ronnie Lawson should not be involved in record requests. He should not be hindering the rights of the citizens of Tennessee or in his county. Again, we get to the bottom of stuff. In my opinion, I think this case and finding out the things that we know, he doesn't deserve to have his job. I think he needs to be voted out. That's my personal opinion. But in all fairness, I don't live in that community. I'm just telling you, he's failed that community. He has failed that community. They get a big old fat F. Do better. It's an election year for him. I can guarantee you here in Manatee County, we have our sheriff, Rick Wells. Great guy. I've met with him. He knows me personally from the work I've done here in my county. You know, I've met with him one-on-one to discuss different initiatives. I can guarantee you he is a law and order man. He is a law and order man. It was funny because we had a luncheon, right? People don't know I'm political. I don't bring my politics here. I don't think there's any. This has nothing to do with politics. This has to do with victims. But we're going to talk about my sheriff. And we're having a luncheon. He was the guest speaker of the luncheon. And so, I'm out on the phone, and he walks by and he's like, "Hey, Andrew, how you doing?" I said, he goes, "You're on the phone with the BOCC, Board of County Commissioner meetings, aren't you?" I said, "Yes." "Yes, I am." He goes, "I heard you this morning." He goes, "I heard you." You know, I can guarantee my sheriff wouldn't put up with this crap. You cause that crap on that mountain in this town, your ass is going to be in jail, and you're going to be in jail for a long time. You hit women in this town, you don't get out of jail. You don't get to sober up and come home. No sirree, Bob. No sirree, Bob. Mm-mm. We have a good sheriff here. And you know what? Hawkins County, you deserve a good sheriff too. You deserve a good sheriff too. Vote his ass out. Put somebody in there that is law and order. You do not want to have, you guys have a small community, and this is the second child abduction that I know of in that small community. One of the children were found on the sheriff's family's own property. I don't think it was Ronnie's property. I think it was a family member of Ronnie's property. It was Lawson property, though. It was Lawson property. I just don't think it was specifically Ronnie Lawson's property. I think it was his brother and another guy's property, but either way, it was still Lawson property. Good morning. Good morning, Justice for All. How are you doing, my friend? I hope you have your cup of coffee. Hope you have your cup of coffee. So, at any rate, that's where we are. That's where we are. Sure is. Mm-mm-mm. I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to do it the business. No, I want to do shopping carts. Yeah, I'm going to build a site. God, it seems like it's harder and harder to, like, when I bought domains before, it's just like, let me get this. I just want to buy a domain. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, guys. Let's see what I just got here. Gonna go to our shopping cart. See what we got. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. Sorry, I'm not talking to you. been a while since I updated this. Let's see. Continue. Continue. I'm probably going to have to redo this. See if it takes it. Okay. I want to show you guys something. I want to share my screen. I want to make sure you guys know. It is official, folks. We are now bullhornbetty.com. We are now bullhornbetty.com. So I've got to set up the website. I try to reach my pal Sal. Oh my God, I am the worst at reading the chat. I try to. And you know what? It is so funny because I'm horrible. I'm trying to get better, and I really, really, really try. I really do try. And so my mods know if there's something important, they have to really hit, on here. Look at this thing. Look at that thing. Because I am one of the worst. I am one of the worst. But guys, we just set up while I was here. I was thinking about it. Somebody put in here that we needed to set it up before somebody stole it. And you were absolutely correct. We are officially bullhornbetty.com. And let me take this off so I'm not giving out personal information. Bullhornbetty.com. We're a .com. So, and you know what? It was important to pull this trigger on this now anyways, because I would like to get away and get better products with the Bullhorn Betty line of merchandise that will help support the system without, breaking the bank. I find that Teespring is a little pricey, but it's good quality stuff. I've seen the quality of their stuff, so it's not like it's not her, it is pricey, but it does support us. It gives us a good profit line on the products, and it's good quality products for the people getting it. So you just gotta. I know some people are on a budget, but there's also things that I'd like to add. Like somebody had sent me these bullhorns, that we could put Bullhorn Betty on for novelty items for you guys, and I can't add them to that site because they don't have them. And here I can add multiple different sites, drop shipping sites that could get you, be more cost effective, still be able to, get a decent profit margin for the Bullhorn Betty site. And I think it'll be good. And we purchased it for 2 years. I should have purchased it for 5, but I didn't want to spend the $75 just yet. So we spent $38 for the 2, and I'm perfectly fine with that. So we will be starting to, I have built websites in the past. Many people don't know I'm not just a mouth. I actually have a brain. I can do a lot. And I like to inspire other women that don't ever discredit yourself. You can do a lot too. So, yep. So it's going to take a little while to get it off the ground, folks. These things don't happen overnight, but we made the first step. We're moving the steps in the right direction. And at the end of the day, that is what it's all about. So let's look at One Eye Open. Hi, One Eye. I hope you're doing well today. I got to go up to your, on her channel, and that person being up on the panel with Molly X me out for speaking the truth. Yeah. I have unfortunately, I have no ability to control what goes on somebody else's channel. As you know, when I'm on Molly's channel, it's a different vibe there. And even the stuff that comes out of my mouth is much different than what I would bring on this channel. We have different styles and different channels, and I act accordingly on both. So we are really, really good. I need to talk to Marissa about some other stuff, but what goes on her channel, I unfortunately, I can't do anything about her channel. I can only control what goes on this channel, just like I can only control me, right? I can't control anybody else. When we first started out this morning, they were asking me how I felt about Marissa, making up with Angela and Laura. I haven't talked to her. Last night, she seemed pretty pissed off at Angela that she would never talk to her again. I don't know if that was just a troll coming in here to stir up shit or what. But at the end of the day, I could care less who Marissa is friends with. Just because Marissa is friends with people or does things a certain way doesn't mean I have to be friends with people or do things that same way. Does it affect our relationship? Me and of course not. Of course not. If anybody knows me, I am a major liberty person. You do you, I do me. You know, if you don't like what I'm doing, mind your own business. Or I don't like what you're doing, I mind my own business. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Okay, she did not make up with Angela. Okay, Nancy, thank you. Thank you. I'll look into the email. You have a receipt. What oh my goodness. What is my pal Sal? What are you doing, my pal Sal? Okay. I'll let you guys work it out. I trust my moderators to do a good job. So if we need to boot somebody permanently, you guys know. And also, folks, I think what we need to do on some of these things, when you say go look at a comment for the moderators, do me a favor and make sure that you put the timestamp in there so I can look at it. Or if you're saying, look at this question, maybe just cut and paste the question into your stuff. You know what I'm saying? She didn't make up with Angela that I seen, and I don't see Molly making up with her after all the accusations and trouble. Yeah, that was pretty. I have to admit, that was insane. You know, I just yes, Norma, that is correct. It. I don't know what happened, and it wasn't about her just voicing her opinion because Marissa only timed her out. You know, she only said your time, your whatever. I mean, I think Justice for All, you were there. I think she just said, maybe you weren't. I can't remember. Maybe it was just me. But she's like, you're in timeout, and clicked her off. And so she didn't say, don't ever talk to me again. Don't ever come back here again. She just said, you're in timeout because it was frustrating. And here's where the frustration lies. You're talking about somebody that's getting a free ticket from the supporters of Marissa and supporters of Heels on the Ground, which Jonathan, Marissa, Olivia, and myself are involved with. Okay. So you're getting a free ticket to come out and support the work that we're doing and work right alongside of us. And then when we find out that you don't agree with the work or this, that, and the other, why are you coming? Why are you coming? Because we're out here to do work. We're out here to apply pressure. If that's something you cannot do, you coming is not going to be a benefit to us. It's going to be a hindrance. You're going to be in our way. I mean, people that don't understand our group, and maybe that's what the problem is out there, we are balls to the walls from the time we get there to the time we leave. Balls to the walls. People have no clue how much work we do. None. And you guys only get snippets of it in these videos. Snippets. 19 minutes is like 4 or 5 hours of work. Not just preparing the production. I mean, physical work from all of us that's parsed down to 19 minutes. So if you're not there to do the work, or you have a problem with the work we're doing, don't come there as a disguise that you're there to help us, because you're not. What you're going to be is a roadblock. You're going to be a distraction, and you're going to distract from our work. You're either totally in or you're totally out when you ride with us. And I don't mean, not on here. I'm talking about when you're physically with us. You're either totally in or you're totally out. There's no middle ground. We're not going to say, oh, you come here and help us here, but don't go over here. We don't do that. When we're on the move and we got to go to this person and that person, or we're following leads and stuff, like, we don't have time to drop you off at the house. What? This isn't a game for us. This isn't vanity for us. This is work. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. And when you're and she's going on there and saying, well, I'm not going to go to Dawn's house. What? Then why are you coming with us? You're either all in or you're all out. You can have all your opinions all you want, but we're not going to pay for your opinions. You know what we're going there to do. You either are 100% in support and come with us to help us, or you're not 100% in the support, and that is fine. But to wait until the final hour to tell us this was a little disrespectful and frustrating. So Marissa timed her out. No big deal. Come back on the next day. Let it go. You're either totally in or you're totally out. All she had to say is, you know what? You're right. I thought about it. Maybe I will be a distraction. Maybe I should not go. There would have been no hard feelings. Angela and Marissa would still be friends, but that's not what she did. That's not what she did. What she did is got her feelings hurt. Instead of putting her big girl panties on, she decided to be a freaking kid and throw a temper tantrum. And that temper tantrum got her in a lot of hot water that she did her all by herself. But, once you go scorch earth, I will never trust you. If you can't handle yourself like an adult and you try to throw team members under the bus and run them over, I'm done. You can't come back from that one in my book. There's no, I'll forgive you, but our relationship will never be the same. I'll never look at you the same. We'll never be like that. Like literally, you have one time to cross me. One time. That's it. You're done. I know Justice for All was saying, I'll give you maybe 2. And yeah, in some cases, I agree with him. But what Angela did, there's no coming back. There's no redeeming yourself in my book. None. None. Like when you hijack a trip that we're going on and you use us to try and then throw us under the bus to try to get an interview with criminals, there's no redeeming yourself from that. Nice to you. Will I have respect for you? Absolutely not. But it's for a person I didn't have respect for to begin with. So no hard feelings, right? But what Marissa does is not me. Marissa is allowed to be friends with anybody she wants to be friends with. I'm not that kind of person that says, if you're friends with this person, you can't be friends with me. I draw the line in the sand. You're either with her or you're with us. I'm not that person. Even when I'm fighting with that person, I'm not that person. Sorry, Heather. You get it. But I'm not that person. I'm not that person. And it's kept, you know what? It's kept me from dealing with a lot of, like we were talking about shoes last night, walking in Marissa's shoes. I wouldn't want to have her shoes. I wouldn't want to have her shoes. I wouldn't want to walk in her shoes, because of the crap she deals with. But I don't walk. I don't, I don't set myself up for failure in the same, in certain respects, because it's just, I don't know how to explain it, because I have trust issues, once you're in my circle, you're in it. But I'm telling you, once you get in that circle, you better not fuck anything up to be you're kicked out of it, because once you're out, I may say I love you, I may give you a hug, I may forgive and forget, but you'll never be back in that circle. Ever. Ever. Don't believe me? Ask my ex-husband. Once you're out, you out. And don't think, and I'm not talking about hurt feelings. I'm not talking about you're out because I have a hurt feelings. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you do something detrimental to me. I will never, ever trust you again. Ever. It's just not fair. It's not fair. And you know what? I feel bad for Marissa because she is a good person. She does take people at face value. She truly does try to help as many people as possible, even YouTubers. She absolutely does. To me, is amazing. And does she have an attitude? Of course. Who wouldn't? Are you kidding me? Who wouldn't? Yeah. Yeah. It's a little creepy, but some people, they need a reason. Some people are down in the dumps and stuff like that, but you have to create your own happiness. You cannot depend on somebody else to bring you happiness. If you cannot create your own happiness and your own happy mental health, then maybe you need to go see somebody. I'm not dogging on mental health things, but you need to go to a therapist. You need to go get help for that. I mean, I got a codependency book that I read. I mean, it's on my bed. I'll show you. I'm going to my bed. I sleep with it because I wake up and read it, right? The Language of Letting Go. It's a codependency book. You should not be relying on anybody. I've had codependency problems too. I'm not ashamed of it. The Language of Letting Go. People that are struggling with codependency problems, start doing something to help you break that codependency. You do not need somebody to breathe. You know what you need? You need God. That should be the reason you wake up every morning. Or your higher power, whoever you believe in. That's the reason you should wake up in the morning. It shouldn't be a person. The only advice I can give to Angela is wake up every morning and start praying. Seriously. Might do you some good. So, absolutely. Absolutely. While I respect everybody's religious beliefs in here, I hope you respect mine. I believe in God. If you choose not to believe in God, that's your business. If you choose not to believe in anything, again, that's your business. You do you, I do me. However, I respect the fact that you don't believe in God or believe in a different religion and stuff like that. But I do. I believe in God, and I hope you respect me for that. So I don't know how to explain it, but I'm not going to not talk about God because a couple people may not believe in God. Okay, this is the Bullhorn Betty channel. I am a Christian. I testify every opportunity I get. It's my duty. Being religious, it's my duty. It's my duty to tell people where I came from. It's my duty to tell people how I got to where I am. It's my duty to tell people that it was my walk with God that got me here. It's my duty. Because that's what I believe. I hope Angela's okay. I don't wish any harm for her. She's just not in my circle. I really did like her. She broke my heart. What can I say? I've learned when people hurt me, you don't hurt them back. You pray for them and you move on. And so that's what I did. I prayed for Benny too, believe it or not, because I don't think he's a godly man. He's not what he portrays to people. He's got some evil in his body, and I hope he shakes it one day, because all that energy he uses to threaten people and do despicable things, he could be using for good. It's just as easy to do good as it is to do bad. Even criminals, think about it. I say this all the time. Pimps and drug dealers, right? You're a business owner. Why don't you get a legitimate business? Clearly, you know how to run a business. Change your product. Just change your product and you can be a legitimate business person, making just as much money doing legal stuff. You already proved to yourself you know how to manage. Manage lawful things, not drugs and prostitutes. You know, they could change their life. Everybody says that, people that are, pimps and drug dealers can't change their life. Bullshit. Call bullshit. They could be the best business owner ever. A legitimate business owner with a legal business. They already know how to hustle. That's the first part of it. Change your product line. Change your product line. Who's bisexual? I want the juicy on this. Who's bisexual? Northern Light, go get your coffee. We're not going nowhere. I was thinking about winding it down, but we're not going nowhere. We're finding out somebody's allegedly bisexual. I want to know who it is. Oh. Oh, wrong one. Oh my gosh. I hate to each their own. I got nothing against anybody's sexuality, but it would explain a lot. Because it seemed like Candace and Don themselves, both of them looked a little less stressed after Penny left. I'm going straight to hell. No wonder he was crying when he left. Oh Lord, I'm going straight to hell. No, I'm not. God's got me. God's got me. God's got me. It was so funny because when I first saw Grandis, I thought she was a dude. I swear to God. I am not lying. I thought she was a dude. And I remember because I'm like looking at a picture. I'm like, oh my God. And somebody said, what was it? Was she nude? I said, no, she looks like a dude. True story. True story. I hope nobody was drinking their coffee when I said that. Coffee coming out your nose. Yeah, she does have. She's got a lot more testosterone. I think her mom is gay, though. Obviously she had kids, so she wasn't gay. But I guess there was a time back in the day you didn't come out of the closet. It caused you, a lot of issues. That's why this day and age, there is nothing to be ashamed of coming out of the closet or anything like that. This day and age, I think we're all accepting of it. I'm proud that I like people to be themselves. I like people to truly be authentic to themselves. And that means you have to love living in your own body. You have to be comfortable in your own body. And I think it first starts with being honest with yourself, because I can't imagine the mental anguish of living life in a lie. I can't imagine how messed up that's got to be in your brain to be living in a lie, literally living in a lie. So when it comes to that, I have a bisexual cousin. I do. I may have a couple, and I haven't seen him with a girl in a relationship. He was married to a woman, but I'm telling you, I think I have a bisexual cousin, and I hope he finds his way. I really do. I think he's kind of, this day and age, you don't need to be in a closet. Why? If your family will love you no matter who you are and what your preferences are. Your family's going to love you. If they don't, screw them. Let's see what this is. Oh my God. Guys, did you guys see that video? Oh, sorry, I just missed somebody, didn't I? Yay! Don't worry, I was going to shut down, but we're not going to shut down. We're just starting to warm up. Starting to warm up. So, anyways, let's see here. Let me just go down here. I'm starting to get behind in my chats. Hey, Justice for All, you want to come up? I mean, we are kind of getting on the closet stuff. I mean, I have to think that you agree that you should not be living somebody else's lie. We love you. You're great. I'm jealous that you do your makeup better than I do. I'm going to drop you a link if you want to come on and say hi. Let's bring justice for all over here. Yeah. I think everybody should live their life to the fullest. Absolutely. Hands down. Hands down. But I can't imagine what it was back in the day. You know, I can't imagine. I'm glad that, you know, we turned. Oh, he does need a wrench, doesn't he? Let me get on my cell phone. Let me get on my cell phone. I found out it's much easier to do the wrenching and stuff on the cell phone. Give me a second. You're right. He does need a wrench. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Stuff on the cell. Let me see. Are you in the chat yet? No. There you go. You guys got to remind me of this stuff. You know, I'm bad. I'm bad. Justice, I dropped you a link. Do you need me to drop it again? I'll drop it again. You don't have to come on if you don't want to. I don't want to put you on the spot. I just think people need to be comfortable in their own skin. I don't know how we got on this call. Oh, because Grandis looked like a dude, but she has kids. And you know, people find out later. For example, we had when I was growing up, I had some friends, party friends. So they're not, you know, we were all kind of a little people I hung out with. Just you have to change people when you're changing your lifestyle. You have to literally change people, places, and things, and that means you got to leave your friends behind. Especially the ones you partied with. You have to leave them behind. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean they're not good people. It means you have to save yourself. You can't save everybody. You got to save yourself. And okay. Oh, gotcha. No, we need you to be fixed up. We'll bring you back on later. You go to the dentist, you take care of yourself. And actually, I don't know if after you leave the dentist, you're going to want to talk. So funny when I get out and I drink water, I drink coffee. I always have that. I pee 1,000 times a day. I drink so much. That's why people ask me, how did I lose so much weight? I changed to 0-calorie drinks because I drank more than I ate. So that means I was getting fat off the liquids I was putting in my body. So when I pulled the sugar away from them, put the calories, weight was just dropping off right and left. That's how much I drank. So anyways, I haven't stopped drinking any less. I just started drinking better drinks. And I tell you what, I literally pee all day long. And I was getting somewhere with my with this and going on so far on my tangent, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, well, either way. How you guys know I'm a peer. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. But I tell you guys, if you guys drink, if you guys are worrying about losing weight and stuff like that, even sodas are, you got to think of chemicals. Okay. So when your liver and kidneys are processing chemicals, they're not processing the fats. Okay. They're processing the chemicals first. So if anybody's really wanting to lose weight, start drinking water. I used to drink tea, sugar tea. I drink 2.5 gallons of tea almost every 2 days. It was ridiculous. 2.5 gallons of tea has 2.5 cups of sugar in it. Yeah, I'm sure tea does, but not sugar tea. Tara, not sugar tea, not sweet tea. Maybe some green tea, maybe, the hot cups of tea, maybe that, but maybe tea in general, but I always make tea. I can't, I'm a Southern girl. I cannot drink tea without it being sweet. But now that they have the sweeteners, and I've been doing this Equal, the blue package stuff. But Ruby, if you like Dr. Pepper, you got to force yourself to go to that sugar-free or, I don't even like diet because I think that the stuff that they put in diet is bad. But I'm telling you, if you're complaining about dropping weight, the quickest way to drop 10 pounds is change what you drink. Seriously, try it. It works. It works. If you drink sweet tea, get unsweetened tea and add sweetener to it. 0-calorie sweetener. I'm telling you, the weight falls off. If I showed you a picture of me from 2 years ago, as heavy as I was, and what you see now, you're going to be like, what did you do? I haven't had to exercise. I haven't had to do anything. You know what I had to do? I had to get a Fitbit, find out how many calories I was burning every day, and manage that way. Now, when I need a snack, I eat an egg or two. It's just all, and I love eggs. You know, but before when I'd go straight for the potato chips. So I drink water and coffee. Every time you guys see me on here, it's mostly coffee. I got to get my teeth whitened because of the coffee. My teeth are whitening up a lot more now that I quit smoking cigarettes. I see you lost 40 pounds from walking every day. To each their own. But there's a lot of people that don't want to do the physical activity. I promise you, I did not do the physical activity. You know what I did? I started fasting. I was involved in my county. Let me be honest with you. So there was a portion because I stopped eating on Tuesdays. I stopped eating completely on Tuesdays. So I fasted every Tuesday, and it was only because I was so busy I forgot to eat anyways. I was so busy, I literally forgot to eat anyways. So, and then the other days, like when I was here, like I'm more active now that we're out in the field doing all this stuff. But even now, I sit here in front of the computer and work all day. So I have a partially sedentary lifestyle when I'm home. So on those days, I've got to watch what I eat. You know, if I'm only burning 1,100 calories, if I want to lose weight today, I have to eat only 1,000 calories or 800 calories. And how do you do that? People ask. And stay full. You eat things like eggs. You know, you don't eat potatoes. You don't eat potato chips. You don't eat pasta. You eat eggs. You eat meat. Instead of eating raisins, get grapes because they're more filling. I don't eat anything that makes me want to be hungry. Sugar makes you want to eat. So when you're drinking and putting sugar in your body, it actually makes you hungrier. I didn't know that. I found that out myself. I stopped eating sugary beverages. I don't have the cravings, the food cravings that I used to have. Bread turns into sugar. White rice turns into sugar. Pasta turns into sugar. That means you get hungry more often if you eat those. Breads turn into sugar. So fruit is good, but it's still, you got to be careful with a lot of the fruit because fruit can process into sugar. It's good sugar, but it's the hunger factor. Sugar makes you hungry. Blueberries. That is a great, yeah, Tara. Fruit has a lot of people think fruit's good, but vegetables are great. If you like carrots and you like celery and lettuce and cucumbers, eating those, it actually, you realize they are almost like super vegetables because it takes more calories to process that through your body than they give you. So that actually is a food that's working for your benefit because it's burning more calories than you're putting in your body. So it's just yeah. I love sugar too, Dave. That's why I use sweetener. I have a sugar alternative. I couldn't take the sweetness out of my life forever. I didn't want to be a sourpuss. So me and Equal became best friends. Anyways, as I was saying, it was suggested by a fan, a subscriber, somebody that I speak to on Instagram, that we really need to start bringing up, cases, even cases that we can't work, but just bringing awareness to the case, right? Just bringing them, popping them on here. We got a good audience here. We really want to help the community Even though we can't physically work every single case, it's hard to do. I think we do have a fresh approach to cases in our investigative journalistic abilities. But, there's so many cases out there. There really is. And we just can't get to them all. And it hurts us to say we can't take this case on, right? So we kind of, you always try to find that middle ground. At least I do. I always try to find that middle ground where we can still be effective on cases we can't take on. And even though I didn't think of this myself, but that's why you guys are all part of the team, because it takes us all brainstorming and throwing ideas out there, and then boom, something resonates with me. And so this particular suggestion resonated with me. I'll read it. I'm not going to throw people's names out there because I didn't ask for permission to do so. But let me just get to my message. It says, idea. Would it be an idea to mention some of these cases at the start of the coffee club? Maybe the start. We're kind of 3 hours in. So it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. We'll get better, right? But I told her not to let me forget. And she hasn't wrote me today. But I didn't forget. So we maybe putting them at the front would probably be a little easier. But we do kind of go on a lot of tangents first thing in the morning because everybody's coming on. We're getting coffee. We're doing our own thing. Whatever. Michael Vaughn is a good one. Yes, we need to bring him up and at least bring some awareness to him. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And so they said, started the coffee club, not to investigate them all, but to raise awareness. And this person attached a Facebook page of a person. And I said, you know what? That sounds like a great idea. We can't investigate. I can't really tell you anything about this other than what's on the Facebook page because I don't know anything. But, what a great idea. Why not bring awareness to someone like Alicia, right? Pasco Sheriff deputies are currently searching for, Jada Alicia, missing / runaway. She's 14 years old. She's approximately 5 foot 2 inches, approximately 115 pounds. Beautiful, beautiful girl with curly brown hair and brown eyes. Alicia was last seen January 2nd around midnight in the Scunthorpe Lane area in Land O'Lakes. If you have any information on Alicia's whereabouts, please call Pasco County Non-Emergency Line, which is 727-847-8102 and select option 7. You can also report tips at pascosheriff.com/tips. Please do not post tips on social media. So they're asking you, please don't post tips. And you have to understand why they're asking you not to post tips on social media. They're asking you not to post tips on social media because when you have a missing person that could potentially be a runaway that's following social media, when they find out that their whereabouts are told, they move. It makes it more difficult for them to be found. This is a young, impressionable girl. I was 14 years old. I ran away from home. Okay? I can tell you whatever she's doing is not good. Right? They don't believe it's foul play. They believe that she did this all on her own, and her parents need to find her. So if anybody has any information leading to the whereabouts of Jada Alicia, please reach out to Pasco County Sheriff. We want to get her face and her name out, and we want to bring her home to her parents. And I hope her parents, if they are watching, get her the help she needs, because now is the time to start working and planting the positive seeds. I had, help at this age. My parents were taking me to, but they weren't working on themselves. So they're like, oh, our child's acting crazy. Well, why is she acting crazy? We don't know. She's just crazy. No, it's because of my home life. Because of my home life. It was a bad home life. I shouldn't say it like that. People, when I say bad home life, they think my home life was like Candace and Don Wells. It wasn't. It wasn't like that. It was just very emotional and very traumatic. We saw a lot that we should not have seen. That's it. That's it. And it led me down a path that I shouldn't have gone because I was looking for affection and attention in all the wrong places. And this could very well be her case too. She may, we don't know her family dynamic. It may be broken home, newly divorced parents. She may be acting out. Either way, without the seeds that were planted in my life at this age, I wouldn't be here because it took a long time to get here. It took a long time to get here for me, but I'm here. And I can guarantee it was the seeds that were planted when I was her age. So we want to. Oh, come on. Bluebird, what are you doing? Okay. You know what, guys? You guys know darn well that I'm usually the one popping food in my mouth on these things. There probably are a few, but now let's not paint a broad brush. There's a lot of great people. Even fluffy people are great people. It's okay. It's okay. I was just talking generality. If you really wanted to lose weight, a lot of people say, they want to lose weight. They don't know where to start. I say, this is how you can start. You don't want to change, too much of your lifestyle at once, but just if you like sweet beverages, make sweet beverages, but make them with smart sweeteners, not sugars. It'll drop weight for you. So we're not wanting to be rude or body shame anybody. I think everybody should feel comfortable in their own body. But if you don't feel comfortable in your own body, make changes. If you're depressed because of what you're going, the only person that can control that is you. That's all we try to do here. We don't victim shame. We don't body shame. So. Love you. I love you just as well. Oh, I know, right? My friend right there. Don't know. I can't wait until I meet you in person. I really can't. I really can't. We're on Marissa's panel a lot together. We really are, and I love them. I love them. Thank you, my pal Sal. I thought you didn't like me. I feel blessed. I feel very honored. Thank you. Thank you. So, anyways, we just want to bring some awareness. Let me just put this up here. Again, oh, shoot, I just removed from the live stream. Oh, there we go. She's a beautiful girl. She's a beautiful girl. She's a beautiful girl. She's missing, folks. Her parents must be worried sick. They must be worried sick. Guys can't hear me. I'm here. Why won't it let me go in my own chat? Golly. I'm telling you, my computer literally goes down. I'm going to change over to the computer. And when I came in on here, it wouldn't let me go on my own screen. Like, what the hell? Sorry, guys. Trying to show a beautiful young girl that's missing, and my computer decides to take it. Every day this computer goes down, like 2 or 3 times a day. I seriously do not get it. I am getting so irritated with this. And I need to just break down and call Southwest and just ream them a new but because this is so BS. Okay, I'm coming in now. Let me just get it to the point where I can come in. Ah, irritating.